welcome to another exciting action-packed adventure in VYVZ Garage. Today's video is a pretty simple one. It's just changing the oil in the diff. I'm going to do that on the VZ Adventra. So I'll show you now what you need. Okay, here's some of the tools that you'll need. A 30mm spanner, or a socket will do. If you've got a socket or spanner, it doesn't matter. That's for the fill plug. 15mm spanner, which is for the drain bolt at the bottom, which is slightly bigger than the other bolts. Okay, you'll need a pump or some way to put oil in. Now there's a lot of different ways. If you buy one of those soft packs, you can squeeze it in. Some bottles have got a tube that you can squeeze it in. I've had this pump for years, so I just use that. Or you can use air pressure. You know, I've seen blokes do that before, but I'm not going to bother. It's only diff oil. It's about, capacity's about between 1.6 and 1.8 from what I can gather. Litres, that is. So anyway, and next you'll need some oil. I'm using 80/90. It's not a limited slip diff, it's an open diff, so I think it's what is it, a 3.46 or something in the back of the Adventra. So I'm just using this. And last but not least, something to drain the oil into. Have to apologise, my bench is a mess as usual. Okay, we'll go out to the car and we'll get started. Okay, I hope you can see this because I haven't brought a light, but I think there's enough light under here and there's nothing, it's pretty straightforward. 15mm spanner, gonna crack this one, probably crack that one, let some air in, let it drain out. You don't want to kill your hand. Maybe a hammer would have been handy, but it's very tight. Probably got no oil in it. Oh man, that is tight. That is very tight. Probably got Loctite on it. Very clever, put Loctite on the drain plug. Or it's been cross-threaded, although I can see some blue on it, so I'd say it's Loctite. No, there's some red, sorry. It's got Loctite on it. Okay, we'll let that drain out. And I've actually got a rag here today, which is probably a first. I might take the large filler plug out. Yeah, at least it had oil in it. Anyway, this is like watching grass grow. So we'll come back when I put the bolt back in and we're going to fill it. Okay, just a quick note, one other job I'm going to do while I'm under here, a fuel filter change. I've never changed it on this Adventra, so I have made a video before about it, but I might film it, I might not, I'll see how I go. Anyway, this is just about finished. I don't think I'm going to sit here and wait for this to drain out too much. I don't think there's any need, so We'll put the drain bolt back in. Don't need bloody Loctite, Christ. I don't know what the idea behind that is, but I'll get a rattle gun, tighten it up to 150 Newton meters. It's a bloody drain plug, it's a Diff cover. Doesn't have a gasket, you put silicone around it or RTV or whatever, same thing. So why you'd put bloody Loctite on it, I don't know. Anyway, now it's time to pump some oil back in, eh? We'll get that out of the way. This little pump of mine, it's meant to screw into the top of a bottle, but like I said, it's pretty old. Geez, I think I've had it since the 70s. You see? Surprised it still works. I've never found a bottle, well yet, that actually fits this bottle, which is great. So anyway, I'll probably speed this up. Although those of you who watch my videos know that I always say that and I never do. But we're just pumping oil in until it starts running out of that filler hole, and then we'll put the bolt back in. Alright, that's worked pretty well. Put the special racing oil in. Alright, she'll go heaps quicker now, this thing. It's still got a bit in it, so I'll pour that in the other one. That's the trouble with this little pump, it doesn't get the whole lot of it out, but most of it, because it's not made for these bottles. It seems to screw on pretty good, whereas it's the first one I've had in years where this little pump works. Screws on, I mean. Oh God, I hate these. It's got like that seal in the top. Nah, I'll just poke a hole in it. Can't be bothered stuffing around with it. Righto. It's like milk. Buy milk from Coles, you get that bloody seal in the top. Alright, here we go. Watch out that doesn't pop out, otherwise I'm going to lubricate the bottom of the car. I'll have to keep these bottles because this pump actually fits it. Hang on, I'm just going to manoeuvre the drain. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. This drain pan, this oil pan underneath, because it's going to start running out. Although I don't think I've got enough oil. I think I've got another bit in the shed. If I don't speed this up, feel free to just slide the thing across. I reckon I can feel this one emptying out, so you get tired after a while doing this, that's the only problem. Yeah, I'm going to have to get some more oil. Alright, this still little bits left in these, but I'm just going to try and pull one into the other, try and get some more in. There's not much left. No, bugger all. So I reckon I've put about 1.3 in. I'll see if I can pump the rest of this in. Then I'll pause this video. That was great. I just sat that in the shit. Shook the thing out. There we go. Okay, here we go. We'll pump the rest of this in. No, that's it. All right. I'm just going to leave this here. All right, I'm going to pause it here. Righto. I've got a bit more. There we go. I reckon, yeah, it's probably about, they were probably right. It's about 1.6 I've put in there. So, very good. So if I finish this without making a bloody mess, it'll be a miracle. Anyway, pretty straightforward. Don't do what I nearly did there and drop it in the pan. Alright, I'm just going to leave it loose because I want to clean that up. I'll wipe it up a bit. I remember back in the 70s, my dad tried to get me a job down the garage, and I went down. He wanted me to grease all the front end, which is something you young blokes have never heard of because they don't grease ball joints anymore. And I went to wipe all the grease off and he went crook at me because he said, you've got to leave the grease hanging out of all the grease nipples so they know you've done it. So I'm going to leave oil all over me diff, so alright, that's it. Like I said, I am going to do this fuel filter, but I might start a new video. Anyway, like I said, quick video, diff oil change, pretty simple. If you've got all the right gear, it's pretty easy. So I'll catch you in the next one. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for all your comments. I'd like to thank everybody for the support of the channel. It's going really well. And I'll see you in the next one.